YouTube, what's going on today, guys? It is Rikar here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the best weapons to use for Modern Warfare in Warzone. Let's go. Alright, you guys, so today's video is about Modern Warfare weapons, and people are going to be like, Vanguard's coming out, like, Modern Warfare weapons are probably going to go away, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's a group of people out there that don't play this game every day, and they don't have all the Cold War weapons leveled up. I have some buddies of mine that we played a ton with last year when Modern Warfare weapons were on top of the game, and before Cold War came out, and then they just kind of stopped playing because they're like, alright, Cold War weapons are a little overpowered, I don't have time to level up these anymore because COVID's over, and I'm going back to work, all that good stuff. So there is a legit community of people out there that really only use Modern Warfare weapons. So I thought today I would talk about the top 5 ARs. We're going to talk ARs today because if you guys like this video, I'll come out with an LMG list. I'll come out with a SMG list, all that good stuff for you. So if you guys do like the video, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel to find your way back, and comment below on what you guys think about the list or what gun is your favorite, because I know a lot of these Modern Warfare weapons go off of preference. So statistically, some of these are very similar, but I know you guys love certain ones, and I can't wait to see what you guys say in the comments, but let's jump on into it. So coming in at number 5 today, guys, we have the Kilo, and I have the build here. It's been pretty much the basic build forever, and I don't think any of these Modern Warfare builds are really going to change anytime soon. Obviously, you can change a couple things from like the reticle or optic to what your preference is, but I like to run the T-Pose 3x scope or the Core Palo blue dot sight. So this is going to be my number 5 gun. The reason is just at the end of the day, the Kilo has been nerfed at long range very, very hard, but it still basically has no recoil. So it's still a very viable gun. If you do get caught in the medium range, it is deadly. But that long range, it's like 14 bullets to kill someone. So it takes forever for time to kill, but it's still a very competitive weapon, I would say, in the meta currently. It's just really difficult to win those long range engagements. But if you take this into like Rebirth Island or something like that, you're absolutely gonna love this gun. So guys, before I do go into number 4, loadouts are in the description below. They're always updated in that list that I have on the URL there. Click it and it'll give you every one of my loadouts for every gun in the game. Just wanted to give you guys that reminder before we get too deep in this video and I completely forget. So let's go on to number 4. All right, you guys, and coming in at number 4 today is going to be the M13. Everyone knows the M13's always been competitive in time to kill, but you have to hit every single bullet, and you guys know how fast the fire rate on this gun is. It's very difficult to hit those shots, but over time, it hasn't really been touched, and other guns have been nerfed, and so it's actually really competitive in the time to kill charts, but this build here is going to give you no recoil M13. But at the end of the day, I do truly think this is a mouse and keyboard gun. Yes, you can use it on a controller. I've used it on both, but you really have to be so precise at that medium and long range that I truly think that like a mouse has just a pure advantage of hitting like upper body shots, because if you're going to really be competitive with this gun, you need to hit every shot and they need to be upper body, neck, or headshots. And at that point, you're going to win most gunfights. But if you're not hitting those shots and you're just like missing a few bullets here and there, like you're hitting like 80% of your bullets, you're probably going to lose most of your gunfights. So if you're hitting 100% of your shots, which no one does, but like there's sometimes you do, you're like, dang, this gun's meta. And then other times you miss a couple bullets and you think you hit your shots and it just misses. But at the end of the day, Cloaksy uses this every day still, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because it feels so good when you do hit 100% of your bullets. So that's why he uses it, because he has some of the best aim I've ever seen. But at the end of the day, for most people in the world, this gun is not going to be the meta. Cloaksy makes it look good, though. So let's go on to number 3. And coming in at number 3 today, guys, we have the Grau. As everyone knows, this is a fan favorite. The Grau meta, it was arguably one of the best broken metas there's ever been, but there was no, like, it was just broken. Like, at the end of the day, most people were running around with an iron sight build, which I do love using for Rebirth. You just swap out the VLK scope for attack laser, or you can throw on the F-Tac rubber for a little bit more recoil control, and it gives you literally 0 recoil. I think the tack laser is better at the end of the day because you get ADS speed and recoil control, but it's kind of up to you. But this build here obviously is made for long range to medium range, and there's very minimal recoil. There is recoil compared to like if you played a year ago, so you have to be ready for that, but it's a pretty competitive gun for the most part. Time to kill isn't absolutely amazing. It's one of like, it's probably in the bottom 2/3, but it is a slower fire rate than the M13, so it makes it more consistent for most people at the end of the day. And it's, like I said, it's a fan favorite, and it's still very competitive. Like, time to kill wise, almost every gun, they've done a very good job in the past year of just like bringing those time to kills closer together so most weapons can be viable. Everyone knows right now the time to kill is just a little too fast in general, so you can kind of get away with some of these slower time to kill guns if it's like comfortable for you. And this gun seems to be very comfortable for like 99% of the world, so can't go wrong. We'll put it at number 3 because I know you guys love this gun. Let's go on to number 2. And coming in at number 2 today, guys, we have the M4A1. My personal favorite meta back in the day was when everyone was running this gun. It was absolutely broken, and over time they have added a little bit more recoil to it, took the time to kill down, but after the Season 4 Reloaded, the big patch they had on time to kills, this gun is currently like S or A tier. Like, it is very, very good, and everyone's sleeping on it. It's back, guys, and I'm not kidding you. It's back. It's not the best gun for Modern Warfare, because we'll get to that in just a second, but with this build here, you're going to be able to hit those medium to long-range shots, but you're going to hit them consistently, but you're going to miss a few. Just because, like I was saying, like, there's a little bit of sway to the bullets now. Like, the recoil control isn't perfect, but it's still very competitive and probably the most deadly in like medium range, I would say right now, that is just like getting slept on, because not a lot of people are talking about this gun. And you could take off the scope on it and put it on the iron sight if you want to run this in Rebirth. Like, I've seen a lot of people running that, and I went in and ran a game with it, and it feels so good, guys. Both of these, I've used both of them recently, and I don't know if it's S or A tier. It's potentially meta right now. So great news for you guys if you guys are OG Warzone players. Everyone had this gun leveled up at one point or another if you played Modern Warfare, because it was broken in Modern Warfare and it was broken in Warzone. So it's a very good gun, and it's still good to this day, guys. So let's go on to number 1. And number 1, guys, the AMAX. If you guys have been around the streams lately, I've been running the crap out of the AMAX. Like, I love this gun. It's been my favorite gun since it's basically released, and everyone thought I was crazy, and then it became the meta, and then I was the genius. But I'll never get the credit for that because only my buddies know about it and some of the people that have been here forever in the OG channel. But this gun hits like a truck still. It's been nerfed over time to like being like 2 less bullets than it used to be when it was absolutely broken. But after all the changes in Season 4 Reloaded, this gun really didn't get that many changes. The only difference is the recoil on it is a little bit tougher to control than it used to be. That's pretty much like their go-to. They either take down like a little bit of damage and give it a little bit of recoil. That's basically their typical nerfs, and it's what they've done. And realistically, to be consistent with this gun, you need to fight at medium range and hit upper body. Like, this is rank number 1 for me, because if you are a high tier player, like, you can hit those shots, this is probably the best gun in the game still. And people aren't using it yet, but I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. People are gonna be using the AMAX again soon, and if you hit this neck shots, like, it's still the best time to kill in the game. Obviously, long range, it isn't as consistent as it used to be, and I think that's the only thing that kind of steers pro players away, because they have such good aim that they can just steal kills around the map, people flying out of there and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little tough with the AMAX, but at the end of the day, like, this build has very minimal recoil. It is like, there is recoil, I will give you that, but it's minimal. It's very controllable, but make sure you guys are hitting those shots. If you want to make the recoil a little bit different, like the Commando foregrip is all vertical recoil. If you want to switch it up, put the Ranger on it. It's a little bit more circular recoil, so it might be better for some average players out there to give that one a go. Or even the Merc foregrip feels really good on it as well. So there's a lot of things you can do with this gun. I've ran it as an SMG before, and it's still really solid. So that's why it makes it the number 1 today for me, guys. It's just been consistent, and it's always been there for me. And I think anyone that has used it recently, like, if you watch my video, I think I posted a video about 2 weeks ago with this gun, and I was literally just mind blown how good it was doing. And then since then, I just been running it like crazy. So watch for it to be the meta going forward. We're going to have lots of new guns going out with the new game, but I did want to come out and make this list for the Modern Warfare lovers, because I know they're out there. There's people that still go and play Modern Warfare S&D on like a regular basis. So I'm super excited that you guys got to get to this video. And if you guys are new here, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys thought about it. I appreciate the heck out of every one of you. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.